Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I love this song.
What? Okay.
Oh, man.
What's up?
Yeah, at the risk of sounding a little bit like Brick from Anchorman, I love the song. I really think it's awesome. And once again, written, produced, engineered, done in pure isolation, for better or for worse, by the artist Grimes. It's good to see. It's good to see you. Tell us a little bit about Delete Forever, please, and where you were when you made it, and why it exists.
Okay, well, I guess the song is like this is a pretty bummer song. Oh my god, I'm so bad at talking about the song. I guess the song is kind of, I guess it's kind of about the opioid epidemic and that kind of thing, because I've had like quite a few friends actually like pass away. In particular, one friend when I was like 18 passed away from complications related to opioid addiction. It's just artists keep dying and stuff, so I wrote the song on the night Lil Peep died or whatever, because I just got like super triggered by that. That's sort of what it's about, I suppose. It seems such a bummer thing to throw into.
No, it's not a bummer thing at all. No, because then we've spoken a bit about this. You know, it's on my mind as well, because not only am I watching these, like I came from an era where artists were dying in the 90s and the 2000s because they didn't know how to express themselves, and so the coping mechanism became this kind of thing. And now it's happening, but it's like, oh, way to make it easier.
Yeah.
Way to make it more available for people to actually avoid the reality of the situation and try to find ways to manage through it. It's crazy.
Well, I guess it's just sort of like at this point, like a weird institutionalized thing. Like I had a friend who recently had some surgery and they gave her fentanyl, which is like, fentanyl is like a really dangerous, like it's like 10 or 100 times concentrated, I guess, a regular opioid or something. And it's just sort of like, whoa, this is just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, it's super intense. And I mean, also just having kids now, for me, having a 13-year-old and 11-year-old with my wife and stuff, and so having to be honest with them about those pitfalls, and then they discover it through the loss of people they really admire. You talked about Peep, you talk about Juice, you talk about, these are the artists that are moving kids that age now in many respects and getting their attention and helping them understand anxiety and how to communicate through it. And then when they lose them, it's like, it's just this total shock. Like, it rocks their world in a major way.
The artist it's happening to specifically feels mean. Maybe it's just my particular, like, who I'm a fan of, but it just feels, it's like a little too on the nose. Like, I think a lot of the people who in my opinion were best expressing issues of like mental health, and so to have them die specifically, it just feels like a weird hopelessness or something.
You know, we have to be so protective, Grimes, of this artistic spirit, and we keep talking about this in different ways, in different moods, in different places. The artistic spirit is so fragile and so important, and is so needed right now to help people actually understand, and yeah, I don't feel like we're protecting it enough.
I mean, I think when you're meant to like perform pain for other people's benefit, that's when it starts getting really tricky. Like, I was talking about this the other day with somebody. It's like, you know, especially like if you're on tour or like if you're making music and stuff, it's like people expect you to be this weird kind of like level 10 chaos all the time. It's like really hard to maintain like level 10 chaos for people, you know, and it's like, it's kind of why a lot of artists spiral out of control.
Yeah, it's like the trade is off or something, man. It's like we need to get a better balance, or at least a deeper understanding about what it's taking out of people.
Or it's sort of like, I feel like it's sort of like an eating disorder where it's like, you know, like people really struggle with eating disorders because you have to eat to live, and it's like when you're an artist, it's like dealing with like mental health, drugs, that kind of thing. It's like you're meant to be kind of tapping into all this bullshit all the time in order to do your job properly, and so it ends up being like it's like the same thing. It's like you can't escape the stuff that like maybe like normally someone would go through the process of getting away from for mental health reasons.
Exactly. You don't have a chance to get space and actually identify the issues. You just kind of got to keep plowing through it and then expect to write about it, release it, give it to us so we can embrace it, feel better about ourselves, and then go back to work. It's fucked up. Oh, sorry.
But even just performatively or conversationally or whatever, like it's just like you're supposed to just always be like, wow, like, whoa, I'm so crazy, like, oh, look at me, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's part of the job too, and I think that is its own kind of thing.
Love it. That's the cover star of New Music Daily. You'll see Grimes' picture right there at the very top on the artwork, and the number one song on the world's greatest new music playlist, holding its position for 24 hours, is Delete Forever, from the album coming February 21st. That's Anthropocene. And we have Grimes with us right now on Apple Music. When I listen to this song now, Delete Forever, I once again, I'm thrown into kind of like this really beautiful disarray of what to expect. I don't know where you're going with this album in total now, which is great. And I think for you, just focusing on the arrangement and the creation of the song, because it's one thing to get it out of your system, it's another thing to sort of leave it in such a kind of pure way. Did you always have an idea about how you wanted to dress this song? Because it really is just like the essential ingredients to let the tale be told.
It's funny because the finished product is actually basically almost the demo. Like, this was definitely a situation where I took the song, made the song, then spent like months trying to make the song, you know,
something else.
Yeah, I was like it needs at least one other guitar, you know, like just kind of like trying to make it something. And then like right when we were mixing, like right at the last minute, I was just like literally went into the Ableton files, just like delete, like deleting, just killing stems, and then
just went with the most natural one. I'm glad you did. It's not unusual for music of this nature to exist in its original form, because it's more than arrangement or melody or words or beats or any of that stuff. It's like what you captured in that time. Are you sort of are you a stealth or even an overt fan of this kind of music? Because it really kind of does take me back to that sort of early to mid 90s sense of a desire to speak the truth with very limited production around it. Like, are you a fan of this kind of stuff?
I guess so. I mean, I think like when I was making the song, I was trying to be more like, I think I was like, oh, I'm like Patsy Cline or something. Like, I was trying to be like country or something. But right. I feel like it ends up having this sort of like Wonderwall kind of vibe,
yeah,
or something. I feel like there's a reason that song is so popular. Like, that song does rule. I feel like when you say this kind of music, do you mean kind of like
open,
bro guitar?
No,
like
no. I'm not talking broness.
No. But I
it's more like it's this kind of like a
yeah.
Every string open pretty much, and there's kind of sense of sort of like a yearning, like an internal yearning over acoustic guitars. I guess it's sensitive, bro.
Yeah, I feel like it's sensitive, bro. I feel like it's like
emo, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, like I think there's something about I really like music where it's like really kind of like when you go to like a punk show and they play some like on acoustics, but they play it in this kind of like super aggro way. Like, I think that's kind of what I was trying to go for. Like, just like when you have something that should be on an electric guitar, but it's just like
it's dialed back.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I feel like Wonderwall is that. It's like kind of like aggressive thing, like in like a prettier package than it would normally be in or something.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's why it's an all-time classic. But and also, you know, that's one of those songs that, I don't know, some kind of crazy chemistry going on in that thing. Like,
no, that's very, yeah.
I can hear a busker playing that in any environment badly, and I'll still stop and watch it.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you again. I'm really enjoying all this opportunity to be able to catch up and just kind of trace the journey to this forthcoming project. And right now we have this really wonderful song called Delete Forever. And always appreciate your time and enjoy the rest of your day. And it's nice to see you.
Yeah, see ya.